I got to start it out with the first question. It's a very successful career. Probably the highlight was in White Men Can't Jump. Tell me about your acting career.
Well, White Men Can't Jump was a lot of fun to be involved with because of the quality of the cast and the director Ron Shelton, and and that particular role of Raymond was based on a player who played in Detroit by the name of Reggie Harden, and it's a story that anybody who's been associated with basketball has heard numerous times. But he goes in to rob somebody with a mask on, and Reggie, is that you? Like, no, this ain't me. And to be able to immortalize that on the big screen was it was fun. I mean, that kind of sums up the whole movie experience. It was fun. And as far as the acting, I mean, there's some things that have happened. Did a feature film called The Green Flash, a volleyball movie that'll be out this summer. Did an episode of Moonlight. Did another show called State of Mind, which is on Lifetime over the last 4 or 5 months. So things are continuing to happen. I do a little broadcast work, a little acting work, whatever kind of comes up.
Looking back at your playing career, obviously the teams you were on with the Bucks were very successful, and with the NBA nowadays, it's not that easy to maintain that success. When you were playing, did you realize that your teams were that good?
Yeah, I mean, you realize it more after the fact, after you get done. But during those years, I mean, we had a 60-win season. We had a bunch of seasons where we won 55, 54 games. And it was just an era where the Eastern Conference with Dr. J in Philly and Larry Bird in Boston and Dominique Wilkins in Atlanta and Buck Williams in New Jersey and just some great teams. And the Eastern Conference, that's not even talking about the Western Conference. So for us to be one of the elite teams in the East was a testament to just how good this organization and how good that team was.
Obviously a lot of great players back this weekend. When people look at the history of the Bucks, you've got players like Oscar Robertson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But when you ask people in the city of Milwaukee, still to this day, who's your favorite player, a lot of people still bring up your name. How do you feel about that?
It's a good feeling, man. It's I always have a special place in my heart for the fans of Milwaukee, the way they embraced me when I got here as a 21-year-old rookie, playing at the Mecca on the newly painted floor by Robert, Indiana, the psychedelic floor, like I used to call it. But it was, we were talking about that last night, Terry Cummings and Ricky Pierce and myself, and just talking about how, the Bradley Center was a beautiful building when it opened up and sparkling new and great place to play, but there's no place like the Mecca. And you get 10,000 fans in there screaming and going crazy. You get the Lakers coming into Milwaukee on a night when it's 32 below zero and they got to come to the Mecca and play against us. I mean, it was probably one of the tougher, I've had players tell me that it was one of the tougher road trips just because of the conditions outside, but more importantly because of the fans and the support we got inside.
If I'm remembering this correctly, you're from UCLA.
Yeah.
With UCLA the way they are right now, making a run in the tournament, how do you feel their chances are for going all the way?
Chances are great, they have a player in Kevin Love, a freshman, who is the missing link, the missing ingredient that they didn't have the last couple of years. They got to the Final Four the last 2 years. That coupled with the fact that there's no Florida standing in their way and the immense amount of talent that team possessed. So when you put those two factors together, I think this is UCLA's year.